This is not an angry black poem, though I'm angry and I'm black. This is more of a cry for all the black men who were never given permission to cry. For all the black boys tried as men who were taught not to feel by people who did not love them, who were taught not to feel by people who did. I know that I'm a black man. I've seen the reflection of my skin in the eyes of too many stares in my lifetime to forget. The first time I was taught how not to feel, I was 9 years young, my lungs still learning to breathe in America. That day, I witnessed the police talk down to my uncle like he wasn't a skyline, like I didn't look up to him, like he wasn't a king in baggy FUBU jeans with a smile that echoed the sound of war ending and peace rising from the ashes. I can recall my heart balling into a clenched fist, bare-knuckled aim towards his reckless mouth, calling my uncle every name but the one my grandmother gave him. When the cop handed him back his driver's license, along with his dignity, the car ride home was a silent one. Tension filled our vehicle like thick fog. My uncle threw his smile in the back seat and his joy traveled somewhere distant. His face became an abandoned church on Sunday, and I was an awkward prayer sitting in the front seat, not knowing what to do with my body, so I mimicked his mad. I figured if we had the same growl on our face, he would remember that I was his king. I remember his funeral like it was this morning. He laid still as a night star in the casket. I pressed my curious fingers against his lifeless body. He was cold, hard, numb, void of emotion, just like his environment taught him to be when he was alive. Groups of women in my family took turns screaming in unison like a choir of grieving mothers. But all the men in my family sat in the pews, still as stone, trying not to crumble, pretending not to be broken. They were also lifeless. The only difference between their faces and my dead uncle was the occasional tears escaping their eyes like runaway slaves down the field of their cheeks. There is no scene sadder than hurting men, afraid to be hurting men in public. And in all my years, the men in my life have taught me that my emotions is a disease, because where I'm from, showing the wrong emotions might get you killed, or worse, you will live in the shame of being human. For so long, I thought my emotions were weakness. Where I'm from, no one points us in the direction of counseling. So what are we to do with all this trauma trapped in our bodies? This last year, God has shown me that it's not just his job to make me his, but he's using therapy to make me whole. This is the end of the poem, because I don't have this emotion thing all figured out yet. But I know one day God will complete the work that he started in me. And on that day, I will smile like no one's watching.